everybody. Good morning.
Morning.
So this is a picture of kids. You've probably met them before, or know of kids, right? Look at them, excited, happy, and eager on their way to school, excited to learn. So raise your hand here if you consider yourself a kid. Yeah, okay. So here's another cute picture of a kid. This picture is great because it reminded me of my daughter. When she was 2, she got in her head randomly one evening that she wanted to go to school. She put on a backpack. She's all cute. She's like, "I go to school, Mommy." And she walks off to the door. It's like 9 o'clock at night. And we're like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" She's opening the door almost, trying to go. And we're like, no, it's not time to go to school. And it was heartbreaking trying to explain to her why she couldn't go to school. Not only because she's too young, but because it's 9 o'clock at night. And she's so excited to go to the school bus, and it was really cute. And that eagerness to learn is natural in young kids. And it's kind of... So tell me, if you're a kid here and you do homework, how excited are you going to school? Not much?
No.
Not excited? Yeah? Now you can speak up. You're excited for school or not? Yeah? A little bit? Medium? Thumbs down? Oh, Jacob's thumbs up. All right. Yeah, so yeah, that excitement is really high when you're little, but then you start going to school and that excitement kind of fades over time, doesn't it? So, so the title of my presentation is The Homework Blues, How Too Much Homework Can Be Harmful. So here's an example of a grade schooler's test, and his answers were all correct for what the questions were, but they weren't the answers that the teacher was looking for. Right, and so this is just kind of a giving example of how the expectations kind of narrow that creativity, and they don't encourage it, they discourage it because they want the right one correct answer. So, for example, red stone into a blue sea, it becomes wet. Right? Well, the obvious answer is it's supposed to be purple, right? Because red and blue make purple, but they're all correct, and so, yeah. Here's some examples of kids being creative. I really like the Whack-A-Me as the costume. And the coloring, the kids color it however they want to see it, whatever they think is beautiful and creative. And kids playing with stuff, kids are just naturally curious and want to learn. And but the problem is that the culture of our modern education system doesn't encourage creativity. It kind of drowns it down, because it's focusing on testing and being standardized. Everyone's supposed to learn math and science and these specific things. But kid, that's not testing isn't learning. It's like ups and downs in what you know. If you try and do a test that you took a year ago, you're probably not going to do very well on it because it was so long ago you forgot most of it. This is Ebbinghaus's forgetting curve, and it shows over time how much you remember from something that you were tested on. And so after a month of time, you only remember about 20% of what you did remember for the test. It's been joked about that teachers assign homework to learn how much the kids' parents remember about school, because a lot of times the kids struggle with the homework and they get the parents to help them, and then the parents end up doing it for them. So, who knows of the TV show How Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Heard of it.
Yeah. Heard of it? Well, the reason that show is so successful is because adults are doing it and they don't remember a lot of the stuff that fifth graders learn on a daily basis. And so, you forget it.
I don't know what a heptagon is.
Exactly, yeah.
I remember that one actually.
I know that it's...
Who knows what a heptagon
Teacher, I
is?
honestly thought it was a sixth
Maybe.
grader.
What's your answer?
7.
7-sided. Most people learn septagon. Pentagon is the same thing for some reason. And you're just like, why
I
do
was
you,
thinking you said
why-
excited.
type of words are the and a.
How did I know that?
I didn't
Conjunctions.
They're particles.
Dang it!
Ah, it's close. Good try.
You're not smarter than a fifth
No, I'm
grader.
not.
Which of the Earth's 4 layers is liquid?
One
Yeah.
of them.
I think it's the mantle. Nope.
It's the outer core.
No, I would have said mantle too.
Who was the 4th U.S. president?
We have a book on that,
Washington.
Should I give the song
but we
again?
lost
I know.
it.
Brady.
James Madison.
Oh yeah, well, okay, good job. When did the War of 1812 end?
It didn't.
It's still going.
Yeah, it's probably still going.
1842, I can't remember.
1815.
Dang it!
That's
Oh.
good. The point of this is to show you that you forget most of this stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in fifth
So
grade.
one of the things that schools focus on is conformity, but every kid is not the same. Every kid is different from each other, and instead of conformity, it should be focusing on the diversity, the great amount of things that every kid does differently from each other. Instead of, not everyone's going to grow up to be a neuroscience scientist. We don't all need to know trigonometry, and we don't all need to know biology and stuff like that, because we're not all going to grow up to be that kind of stuff. It's good to know it in things, but it's too focused on these STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. It's too focused on that instead of being a broad thing where we... And this leads to school dropouts, this lack of engagement, because 1.2 million kids a year drop out of high school, 25% fail to graduate on time, 2,000 high schools in the U.S. only graduate 60% of their students, and these high schools are usually in low income neighborhoods, and dropouts commit 75% of crimes. So we need to broaden the spectrum instead of focusing on just things that are going to get you a job, like the STEM sciences. We should focus on things like pottery, physical education, cooking, dance, arts, humanities, things like that. These things are just as healthy and good for kids' learning and growing abilities as science, technology, and math. Creativity expert Sir Ken Robinson said, "The arts are not only important because they improve test scores, but because they reach parts of a child's mind that otherwise remain untouched." So I've kind of learned that most of the homework that we are assigned comes from science, math, English, and history, and especially math. Who gets math homework like every day?
I even get it over the weekend.
not-
Over the weekend even.
Well,
Oh,
not
that's
every
terrible.
I don't get it on
Thursday.
Sometimes we do it in class, but that's very rare.
Yeah.
And also we don't. But thankfully we don't do it after a test.
That's good. That's good. And so, instead of these big four, it wouldn't be nice if they said, "Hey, what do you want to do at home that you want to learn?" Wouldn't that be a novel idea if you did something that you want to do at home that you want to learn about?
I want to be an artist.
Or-
I rarely ever do my homework.
Yeah. What's wrong with doing some art homework at home instead of math?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Usually I draw on the back of my test.
in the
Yeah.
third grade, I'm pretty sure we did a lot our homework on the bridge, and that helped.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So the suggestion from the National Education Association is 10 minutes of homework per school grade. So that means not very much in grade school, and then some in middle school, and then about up to 2 hours of homework when you're a senior. Kids are reporting that they're getting 3 times as much homework in grade school. That's the American Journal of Family Therapy. And high schoolers report that they're doing 3 to 5 hours of homework a night. 5 hours of homework? Wow, that's a lot. How do you get any sleep? Well, apparently you don't. The iDental Scholarship Study found that 67% of kids report only getting 5 to 7 hours of homework a night. 53% don't get enough sleep. They believe they don't get enough sleep. And 61% of kids say homework is the #1 thing that keeps them from getting enough sleep.
What are the other options of it?
Oh, that's it for that one.
Okay.
So the negative effects of homework are also there. They cause stress and anxiety, physical health problems, migraines, sleep deprivation, exhaustion, and a life imbalance. Dr. Kathy Vetterott, an education professor at the University of Missouri, said that grade schoolers shouldn't have any. Believe it or not, you learn about math when you're playing different board games, and you learn about space when you put together train tracks and play with Legos. You learn important skills like how to get along with other people when you play with other people. They're learning way more important skills when they're not doing their homework. So what can we do? That's the tough one. And you could say, hey, homework is bad, but unfortunately it's kind of a necessary evil. But there are a few things we can do. We can talk with our teachers, have your parents talk with your teachers, but keep it solution oriented, not say, oh, there's too much homework, you're a bad teacher. Instead, try to explain the negative effects. Explain, my kid's doing this much homework a night, but the suggested amount is only 10 minutes per school grade and stuff like that.
For math, to elementary and middle school, I think we usually like to do at least 2 pages of math a day, but in high school, probably 3 pages a day.
Yeah, in high school, it is good to do more homework in high school because there's more complicated stuff going on. And also, when doing homework, it's good to stay focused. That way you're not wasting time on distractions. Have a dedicated space that you can do your homework in, and so that way you get through it quicker. And some parents are simply opting out, like especially in grade school. They talk to the teacher and say, we're just not going to do homework, and we're not going to be graded on homework, but just grade my kid on the test. And if they learn the material in school and then do it on the test, then that's good to go. And there's actually been studies that have shown that homework does not increase capability on tests. Actually showing that if kids are engaged in a lot of other ways, that when they're at school, they learn better. So, learning with family is important. And time at home should be spent more with family and less on homework. We can build character, we can help out with chores, we can learn things like gardening, learn things like keeping up a home and cooking, and they're just as important as all the things that we learn at school. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to be a gardener and also an artist.
Maybe you should draw plants.
No.
This is for a communications type class?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. She's still filming.
Oh, so bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.